What's going on, y'all? What is going on? Thank you for choosing once again to click on the channel. This is OYAOY. I'm simply here to do my job. The messages to the collective. Thank you guys that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, supporting the channel. Go ahead and hit that like button. Make your offering. Also hit the notification button so you guys will know when I'm dropping new content. So we're going to hop straight into it. I got Stolen Soul or Souls. Please, guys, only take what resonates. I'm only here to give it to you so you can have it. We're all stars in our own ship, but this may or may not be for you. Okay, so I have a couple of messages that I'm going to get out today, but this one stuck out to me because I have been pulling on like shoes lately. So maybe somebody needs to do, if you're not praying over your shoes, clean your shoes, throw away old shoes. Something significant about your shoes, touching the soil of earth, also being grounded. Okay, the battle for souls is more real than anybody can expect. At this time, you will start to see more things. I had actually pulled where something had came up about I think it said American. It said American Indian. Hold on, y'all. Let me look at it because I had just had it right here. American Indian Environmental Office, something about the American Indian Environmental Office, Native American rights, and I was looking into it, okay, because a lot of people are starting to realize, some people were already here, some people experienced what it was like to know that their ancestors, were brought from other lands, but we as a tribe of people were most definitely separated and scattered out, okay? So only take what resonates. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Please do not comment on my video talking about it's not for you or saying nothing crazy because, yeah. So we got American Indian Environmental Office. Then we had something about an IOU rights, something about your native information, your ancestry. And then I had got Institute of Economic Research. So maybe you could be actually researching something having to do with economics here. But we're going to jump right into it. Also, something about import and exports, face-off tickets. So there's something going on about somebody's face coming off when it comes to either their identity or what they've been doing with someone's information. We got different departments here. This is even like international, local government. We got Ogun, state, Nigeria, certain headquarters. Okay, so it's a lot going out. It's a lot going out. Let me see. Okay, and then when I was pulling, I had pulled something up, okay, and it had to do with like alienism, and this was basically pertaining to mental illness, okay? So like I said, this is stolen souls or souls pertaining to your soul, your mental health, and something about your shoes. So when I had went to type it in, this had popped up, and of course, when something catch my attention, I want to bring it to you guys. But this was actually on the Internet Encyclopedia of Philosophy, okay, and then it was Philosophy of Mental Illness. And when I started reading, it had pulled up alienism and Freud. I don't know if that's how you say it, but it's Freud. You guys can go look it up. But it was saying, although there are many conceptions of madness found throughout the ancient world, for example, demon possession, divine revelation or punishment, and so forth, the conception of a distinctly mental form of illness did not fully begin to crystallize, at least in the West, until the later half of the 19th century, with the creation and the rise of mental asylums. Individuals who were housed in the asylums were thought to be psychotic or insane. Psychotic inmates were seen as distinctly different from the non-psychotic population, and this justified the creation of several purpose institutions for the containment of psychotic individuals. Psychotics were construed as suffering from distinct and localizable organic brain disorders and were treated by medical professionals known as alienists. Writing at the time, German psychiatrist Emil Kreppelin's nosology divided psychosis into one of the two types: mood disorders, is that dementia? Something. All the other forms of distress were through a fall outside of the province of asylum um, and of medical treatment. Non psychotic individuals who were unhappy with their lives, who felt intense anxiety, or who might facilitate, facilitate I think, between periods of high and low motivation were not thought to have psychotic problems. These individuals were not treated or seen by alienists, but instead sought help from their family, friends, or clergy. Non psychotic dysphoria, unhappiness, was, in this context, understood not as a distinctly medical problem, but instead in a variety of other forms: a typical social problem with living, a character flaw, or simply a different way of life. The solution for the unhappiness that many individuals suffered was not found within the asylum, but instead from the family, God, and of other social institutions. There was at the time a clear distinction between medical problems resulting in psychosis and social problems that cause suffering. Okay, so I would suggest actually going and looking up this encyclopedia of philosophy when it comes to mental illness, because this had came out with Stolen Souls of Souls. And we all know the connection between your mental health and also your psyche, and then the use of different, witchcraft or trauma, suffering, um, something that you could be going through. And when I had typed in these numbers, because I got 11, 11, 11. So you could actually be seeing 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, or all ones, triple ones. But I had typed it in and I'm like, okay, what are y'all trying to tell me? So when I typed it in, this is what I actually got, you guys. It says, the battle for your soul is not a joke. Okay, so we all know it's not a joke. When it comes to certain levels of pain and trauma that we've experienced, this was actually for certain people to into a level of insane sickness. This is what it actually says. Okay, so when you reach a level of insane sickness, it could be due to some type of manipulation. It could be due to some type of trauma. It could be due to suffering or something that you have actually experienced. And if you are not receiving the help of certain family members, friends, or people in your community, okay, this can actually worsen. This is why in certain times, they had these mental asylums because people were losing their mind, okay? And then what was it, like a couple months ago, people started talking about, once again, bringing up the importance of mental health. But some people don't want to admit that your mental health is also connected to your spiritual health. Okay, this is why certain people like to play mind games, or they might do manipulation or use witchcraft. Okay, because some type of way it could be to their advantage while you are suffering at this level when it comes to your mental health. So when I kept reading it, it said the battle of your soul is real. Okay, it's not a joke. Your soul, your psyche, your mind, your mental illness, your spirituality, all connected. Okay, so the controller of this world are not just about the money. It's not just about the money. Some of these, these different energies that we are dealing with want to create a level of insane sickness, because if you reach this level of insane sickness, this is so you basically are easily manipulated or controlled. People like to say MK Ultra, um, and also, you know what I'm saying, you can't go through your day-to-day life. Okay, this is also like forfeiting your destiny, or you are relinquishing your own personal power, life force, to be used to fuel up other things. So it says, thunder and lightning is going to come down if you do not leave my woman alone. Okay, thunder and lightning is going to strike you down if you try to break up my home. Okay, so somebody could actually be dealing with something that's actually being sent towards their home, or you could have been in a relationship and you not knowing that it could have been due to some type of suffering or trauma that you've been experiencing spiritually. And it's crazy because thunder and lightning, I automatically connected to Shango or Oya. Um, and there are other deities. What was it? Zeus or somebody? You know what I'm saying? I don't get into all of that. We'll be talking about people that we actually, know existed. But somebody could have been trying to break up somebody's home. This is also too um, the importance of you actually finding or connecting with either your soul tribe, your spiritual family, or your spiritual spouse, because if you connect to certain people, then you will actually benefit and be healthy in those relationships. So this is the time now where you're gonna see, what I'm saying, if you're not benefiting from somebody, meaning spiritually, if you do not feel good around this person, if you not don't feel good around these certain people, then those are not your people. That's not your soul tribe. So God doesn't need our worships back, but He does require for us to live according to a various of spiritual norms. Um, and to me, this is basically, some people believe in a certain level of worship or devotion. It's always good to give praise, recognize why you're still here, and live your life according to, you know, what right and wrong is. Okay. We also have Mayat, the divine law, or you could be into Kemetic teaching, the laws of the universe, different things like that. Okay. So we have something about the book of Revelations is very important. And what stood out to me with the philosophy of mental illness was alienist. Okay. And the alienists, there was the actual name of these certain people that were over these mental asylums and things like that. And y'all know me, I don't even get into all the other stuff, but I instantly thought about different, what is it called? Abductions. Okay. And then y'all see what's going on with the news and everything. Everybody, okay. So I'm gonna keep going with these messages on your 111. So we got the book of Revelations is written in code, and it's not what it always seems on the surface. So something is not always what it seems on the surface. Um, we know, because like I said, we got all these ones. We are all connected. Everything's full circle. But you also have to have discernment in these times to understand. There are going to be things that play out that will want to basically um, work something up within you. And we got to know, it's saying what it is. Just because we see something on the surface, it's always going to be something in the background. So we had something about credibility, um, something about punishment of different slaves, okay, artificial reality. Oh, why did it close out? Um, Okay, some people could literally just be in their time of spirit testing. People like to connect it also too with Saturn. Okay, because there's certain times like it might be something you may go through something for at least 7 years. Something about 7 years being tested 7 times. It's also the reference of being cleansed by the fire. Okay, so I got cleansing by the fire 7 times. Something about silver, and then I got silver and gold, and then I got the song, rather have Jesus than silver and gold, and then we got something about Germans, um, physics. I don't know why I got Max Payne, so that movie can be significant. Um, DNA, something about sealed tubes, celebrities and what they could be doing with like teleportation or something crazy going on with celebrities right now. Um, Then we got Project Blue Beam, Blue Book, something about a smoke screen, NASA and mirrors. Um, Someone could actually be crying out from the soul, like, God, why all this pain and suffering? I can't take it no more. And it's crazy that it actually referenced the importance of having a soul tribe, a spiritual team, or working on your healing, or actually having supportive friends and family around you at this time, because these times right now are all about you clearing out these heartaches. Um, not necessarily, forgetting the level of cruelty that you experience, but cleansing yourself to lift your vibration, because someone is like literally in aches and pains asking for things to end. And it's a touchy subject because we've all had these times of pain and suffering to where we just want to try to figure out what it is that we could be doing wrong. And sometimes what you could be doing wrong is going to the wrong people for assistance, or staying around certain people for longer than you should, or not trusting in yourself or your own intuition, or getting connected to your higher self, for God and the universe and your spiritual team. Okay, so keep going. A lot of people that were calling the shots, they not gonna be able to call them no more. A lot of things are changing. Um, something about Saturn keeps coming up. So I don't know if some of you actually are in this time of testing. Okay, and I have been there, y'all. When I tell you be like, okay, when is it done? But it's in order for you to learn certain lessons, because when you moving, to a high level of yourself, there are certain things that have to fall off of you in order for you to be lighter. Okay, so we can take it like that. Something also too about a elite fraternity that could be under judgment. Um, Something about Yahweh. Okay, okay, and then we got regaining our peace and harmony, one to another. The power of love, the Holy Spirit. May we all be redeemed. Okay, so we're gonna just, yeah, the devil has lost already. The war has already been won. Start getting used to, accepting maybe newness, because that's how it was. We sometimes we like to do things, and we only like to enjoy ourselves in order for like instant gratification, or how the stimulus checks was coming out. Stimuli basically make you feel good for a little bit, then you go back to feeling like you in a rut. But the cold and the evil people everywhere are tricking people into doing things for money. They tricking people um, by creating an illusion of poverty, or some type of suffering, in order for certain people to feel like they have to do things in order to survive. Okay, and these are the certain people that they do stuff in your face, but they laughing behind your back. I don't know, please, I don't know who's working with this Ouija board, but some better Ouija boards coming up. Something about a hurricane, something about weather and weather judgment. Okay, so like I said, the battle for your soul is real. We're gonna pull some of these cards. Um, Let me get some of these other messages out today. Later, later, later. The first that in the moon. I don't know why there's cards in there. So grab your chicks and get up. Yeah, something about early childhood birth or childhood birth. Um, okay, so we're going. Yeah, y'all. Oh, not today. Somebody may be found in the attic. Something about an attic keeps coming up. Well, it didn't keep coming up, but it came out with childbirth hurt. So this is basically things that are, still hidden. I also consider the attic like a space within the home where maybe there's dust and certain items. Okay, somebody could be finding something in the attic. Something about memory files. Um, in the you and I verse, okay? You and I in this university learning certain lessons on how to get through life, okay? Jolly G Willikers. Something is amazing. Or reality can be amazing if you allow yourself to be in a creative space and you're not constantly being, hit and spiritually subjected to this certain type of suffering. Okay, this is why it's good. Some of us have been lifted up to teach the awareness of what you could be dealing with on a spiritual level. And back in the days when certain people had the task of helping other people, you know some of it they like to show you in the movies as forms of exorcism or certain things like that. There are people that are in need of spiritual help, and the churches wasn't doing it. Okay, you go into church, you getting judged, or you getting misled, or you being contained and conformed, because you have to understand these people are like what are the denominations? They get certain amount of money to keep certain people from connecting to certain people, also connected to their higher self, and also realizing who they actually are. So some people are here, and I hope this video finds you in a timely manner that it's gonna be okay. The spirit of ignorance is basically, and that's crazy because I was thinking about that yesterday. Like the level of ignorance I had, I'm actually grateful for it, because even in a certain level of ignorance that I did had, I wasn't doing the other stuff that people like to get into. Okay, some people like to get into some other things. Um, I don't know. Some about moon and stars, the occult world. Um, and being free from your own personal thoughts. Okay, so if you're hearing certain voices, okay, we know they like to use certain technology, but if you're hearing certain voices, one thing that I always like to do is flip it and think about some things that I have already been brought through. Okay, certain trials and tribulations or certain times of suffering. I'll be like, I got through some of the craziest things, so I won't necessarily sit in that certain thought for so long. Somebody needs to come up out of their head. Okay, because you could be enslaved you could be your own internal slave. This is like you being enslaved to some negative thoughts here. Um, but yeah, these lips, whether dry or quenched, they are going to praise. Okay, so you got, there is some forgiveness out here, hidden knowledge coming about narcissists, the use of slaves, and I feel like this is like, the evil spirits using slaves that are enslaved mentally to their own lower entity or lower energy. Okay. Oh, we had a car accident come out. Okay, so this is stolen soul. This could be somebody that's gonna actually lose their life to a car accident. Y'all continue to be careful, okay? Alright. Stolen soul of souls. Stolen soul of soul. I hope nobody will steal no shoes from somebody that can actually get hurt. Yeah, this is something you're gonna have to start seeing with your mind's eye. A lot of people have been blinded physically because they have been manipulated. Energy has been manipulated. Illusions are real, and you're gonna have to start seeing with your spiritual eye here. This is your mind's eye. I don't know why I said the fraudulent book of Revelation. Something about the use of Bibles within Baptist churches, targeted by Masonic powers, Freemasons. Ooh, so their philosophy, theosophy. You remember all the offices that we talked about? Yeah. So it's time to like start educating yourself on what somebody could have been using against you simply to keep you from learning some type of level of knowledge. And this is for you to, see what's really going on out here. Because a lot of these, what is this? It's like a fraternity, brother, and then pastors. Somebody been doing like something for hazing. They've been using like some type of dark law for hazing. And it says 21, 22, 23. So somebody in their 20s could actually be getting targeted by somebody that's actually into doing this work. And if you don't know who you are, you don't know what's going on, yeah, you've been told to expand your horizons. This is also traveling different places, learning new knowledge, educating yourself, okay, because something's on the rise here. So what's this stolen soul of souls? Something about 1992. Yeah, Mother Earth, we all know, is cleansing herself of these low energies. Some got pyramids. So somebody was like actually trying to work to get somebody jailed, and if they couldn't get you jailed, they want to take you out. These are the type of energies that we dealing with. Okay, and this is crazy because, like I said, you can't run around trying to figure out who's who. If somebody's spiritually doing something, or if they, in the dark, keeping their hands hidden. And when I say it's in your hands, it is in your hands when you choose to decide if you want to have a certain level of manipulation in your life. Okay, if you know somebody is on something different and you choose to keep going towards this certain person, then yes, it is in your hands. If somebody has done something against you, and you call judgment and you ask God and you pray, that certain levels of manipulation and negativity be removed from your life, then yes, it is in your hands. Okay, the power is in your hands. So let me clear that up. Somebody's getting ready to lose their talents because they was working against someone using their spiritual gifts to either get them jailed, and if they couldn't jail you, they was gonna try to take you out. Yeah, something about a Levinian, whatever this is. These different religions. Yeah, you're being told to diet, detox, and fast. Watch your intake. You're gonna have a body transformation. This could actually be for Pisces. Somebody could was actually doing something for petty benefits, and this is where certain people get caught up at, because you have the low workings, the ones that may do something for trips, bags, different government benefits, checks, insurance policies. Then you have the other ones that may do them from homes, vehicles, different perks, backstage passes, a song on the radio, different things like that. Then you got the ones that do something for land, and you know what I'm saying. It's different levels to the other shit, but we gonna figure it out. Okay, because these people, like I said, getting karma. The battle for your soul is most definitely real. Okay, somebody could be snitching on their own brother. I don't consider it, snitching if you are willing to heal your children in your community. Okay, so this could be for female energy. Something about you healing your children in your community by expanding your horizons, doing this detox, filtering out any negative, toxic thinking. Okay, yeah, because it's a lot of y'all, these different child abuse cases and different things that people doing. I was also picking up months ago, certain people are trying to have children just so they can either offset karma or you offer them up to do something. All of this stuff is being canceled out. There's somebody's ex that could be under judgment too. Okay, so whatever industry this is, somebody has a negative energetic tie. Okay, and that's the thing: clip, cut, burn, snip, tie, bow. Okay, because at this point, nobody wants to be connected to somebody that does this type of stuff. Okay, so if you doing this, having stuff secretly, you can't use anybody's energy anymore. We are working towards healing our communities, our children, and different people. I don't know why somebody thought it was a great job. Okay, something about somebody just had a baby. Congratulations. Continue to pray over you and your children. Something about you could be old fashioned, or you having some type of growth. Also, something about you eating fruits, growing your own food, eating fruit. Yeah, someone could actually be having some type of breakdown. Let's see what this could be, though. Yeah, Earth is a doctor that had a chance to actually have some redemption. Now this person could be in need of support. It keeps saying that we are working on healing our definitions of relationships, lovers, friends, and families. Okay, and this goes back to the philosophy of mental illness. It is a battle for your soul. So I always say forgive for you. Okay, because certain people that you could be around, maybe they didn't realize that it could have worked for a while. You getting certain perks on working for the enemy, but the battle was already won. There was a lot of people tricked into giving you up, giving themselves up, giving their children up. And maybe you working on your relationships when it comes to who you actually call a family, friend, or a lover out here, because we starting to see, you know what I'm saying? If I can't be with you with just a handful of bread, then you probably willing to offer me up, and we can't be around people like that. Yeah, so you got this doctor's redemption. Somebody was actually disguised as a nurse. These are different people that could be in the medical field, the medical industry. Okay, they caught up some type of negative ties that they have. Okay, disguised as a nurse. They are in need of some type of energetic support. So this could also be people that different doctors that work in labor and delivery, different things like this. But what's the name of this read? Stolen souls of souls. Okay. So we're not even getting ready to sugarcoat it today. People are already catching karma. Forever give praise and be happy for the things that are to come. The things that are gone, that was not good for us. You got speed, simplicity, and success. Okay, so it's saying basically something's getting ready to happen quickly. You got fully exposed, okay? Something about the spiritual war. The Mandela effect was really about the spiritual war and the enslaving of a certain bloodline. Epic fail. Trying to take over planet Earth was an epic fail, you guys. So you got, I pray in the name, every slander made against us is replayed on a huge screen at the time of judgment. So somebody's getting ready to get exposed publicly on for something that they did with the use of witchcraft against somebody. Yeah, you got reverse damage. Something about Roundup, pesticides. Okay, so this goes back to you growing your fruits and vegetables. I don't know where this is coming from, but yeah. Math, physical, chaos theory. Some people could also be changing their religion right now, okay? And this is, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, me and my partner also, we talk about it all the time because it's like, it's supposed to be unity. It's supposed to be addition, okay? The body is all together, okay? You can't function without certain, arm, leg, arm, head. So when it comes to different churches that you have, like the Christian church, the Baptist church, the Catholic church, the different denominations of churches, it's all supposed to be the same thing, right? But when you have your state and your government and all that connected to the church, it's all about the money. So you're going to see why certain things was kept separate, why things was, things are going to be revealed to you about this word religion, okay? Spiritually is just basically believing in the all. Religion is like being broken down into groups and bagged up, okay, in 0.5s and shit. So you got something that's coming out the mud, connecting yourself to Mother Earth, okay. Also about the importance and the use of different things. Somebody's into like the porno industry or making these movies. And this is also, if y'all go and y'all actually do your research, you'll be surprised how much witchcraft is used to manipulate certain people to do this sex trafficking and also make these movies, y'all. It's like sickening. Because I'm very open about my own addictions, and that was one thing that I was actually dealing with. Until it was like it just kicked up in me, and I'm like, some of these people actually seem like they didn't want to do what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody's forced on camera doing something, they look like they not enjoying it. Maybe they not. Okay, so you'd be surprised what you connecting yourself with. Start disconnecting from negative ties when it comes to certain industry, whether it's porn, music, food, medical. Whatever it is that you could be connected to, because it's time for a lot of people to heal from their trauma. Okay, you're gonna see that this battle for your soul is most definitely real. A lot of people are not spineless anymore. Basically, you can't be a doormat, allowing people to walk over you with their wickedness. Okay, it's time to set some boundaries. I don't know if a lot of people was living like in fantasies, like, because I feel like that's what I was. Twinkle twinkle little star. People just, you loving you just a real person, but somebody's getting caught up for like stealing a lot of identities. Somebody could have even been stealing like a clothing design. It's a lot of fraud out here, and we know that there's nothing new under the sun. Some of us didn't experience this over and over again. If you know, you know, you know. So you got when I fell for you, we were babies. Okay, yeah. These people are getting caught up for what they're doing to children. Also, the importance of being colorblind. Some people might have reincarnated and came back pink or high yellow. You don't know who certain people are. And this is why I say, a lot of time it be your own people. It doesn't matter what color they are. I think I've experienced a lot of love from, different classes of people. But yeah, you got regulators. So let me see. Manifesting in us, okay? Somebody using your power of manifestation. Um, Being individual. Okay, and then the importance of your hair keeps coming out. So if somebody might need to do like a scalp cleanse, like I said, your shoes came out. That was very important. Pray over your shoes. Get rid of the shoes that you wore. Certain, at certain parts of the land. So I just pulled the cards up and I got this. Women and children have been getting targeted heavily. And I believe that this is true because, a lot of magic and a lot of different things was sent out for a lot of men to be manipulated by this energy of, being involved in the same sex or being demasculinized, simply so this could actually jump off where women and children could actually be targeted easily because, they're not actually being protected by the man. Okay, so we're starting to see this actually bred a lot of strong women that are willing to fight for what is right. Okay, because the time is the time and the time is now to for the glory of God to be revealed, you guys, because I know a lot of us have been going through a lot. Didn't I say that? And it's right here. Okay. So the confusion started a long time ago, but this is only because of the battle of the souls. And imagine they actually stealing them simply by manipulating or causing some type of pain and suffering, simply because if you are under a certain traumatic state, mentally and spiritually, you are more vulnerable to the things that could be going on to you, going on against you and to you. And I think this is why a lot of people are starting to like remove their hair, cut their hair. Something about somebody removing certain hair, cutting their hair. Okay, because I remember doing it once too. Um, After even losing a bunch of hair when I was, put in jail falsely over false allegations and charges. Um, I was shedding a lot of hair, but it was like, it was like almost like the bad hair. So something about hair removing your hair, people crying out for love or status and acceptance don't realize this world is a trick. The evil ones are in control for now, and they have falsely accused the good guy as the villain. Okay, and we've seen it, and like I keep saying, the book of Revelation keeps coming up. If you have been living, you know what I'm saying, ain't nobody perfect at this piece, but if you have been living, just as justly and divine as you possibly could, but yet you are being targeted by certain people that, see that they can't get you to remove yourself by assassinating your character, setting you up with false charges, gang stalking, causing you to go into some type of traumatic, psychosis or state that you're not actually, equipped to deal with, then you're going to see that you are actually being labeled the villain because you are going against this stuff. So you got, I don't know why I got heavenly activation. You could be getting heavenly activated. Something about satellites, North American Defense Intelligence Agencies. So I think people are afraid to enjoy some things in life because they fear God, but they don't give God enough credit. He knows we need to laugh because I know that's how he made us to be. Okay? Just like me. You know what I'm saying? Certain times I really want to just stop, using profanity. But look, man, look what time and day and age I am. Then I'm an 80s baby. Then I done did this over and over again. Sometimes it's going to slip out. But I was made and divinely crafted. I'm gonna be silly. I'm probably gonna say a few things that maybe I shouldn't say, but whatever. I have Tales from the Hood. That's exactly what it was, a damn movie. Okay, some of us have been in this same little go-to several times. So you got something about you getting out and laughing, enjoying yourself, having fun. God knows. You know what I'm saying? They even said Jesus turned water into wine. He knew that certain people need some type of relaxation. Okay, but it's like doing stuff in moderate fashion. Oh gosh, I don't know why it's saying that you were warned beforehand. Something about black women that could be sleeping with a white man. Um, and people love who they love, and like I said, certain people come back as a different color. Okay, it's for us to learn lessons, and some people just heartless. They don't care. But you got something about a data theft. Something about a damn data theft. Okay, and like I said, I started out with the something about Indian rights and stuff like that. Okay, you know that most of you are Native American descent, African descent. You can come from different places. Okay, we all know that everybody's traced back to the motherland. It's just what it is. People don't want to accept it. You can't worry about it. We was the first nation, so you got banded together. Start banding together. Something about gold mines keep coming up, or gold. Yeah. So it's crazy that these two came out together, y'all. Okay, all the secret surveillance, people that was using weaponized technologies, all of this. So these came out together. A headquarter. So there's a headquarters set up in an empty property. Then you had surveillance in secret. And I'll be talking about it all the time because I'll be like, in the certain place that I am in now, I know, you know. And I'm like, some of this stuff don't feel right, don't seem right, okay? But you could be around some type of empty property. Somebody is being surveilled heavily in secret. And I think it's because we starting to make decisions on whether we was the black sheep, the wrong sheep, the right sheep, the blue sheep. We're on our healing journey. And this could also be for a masculine. Something about you healing your sexual energy because, yes, a lot of sexual energy does get harvested and used, okay? Especially within the industry. Some of these people, they already know looking for a real love, okay? So, like I said, somebody's like looking for love and it's like looking for love in all the wrong places. Maybe you need to start within yourself. Um, and now, with this battle of souls, this is what keep getting me. Okay, even if you didn't have your parents, okay, it's gonna be specifically for a black sheep. Chantel, ain't that funny? It's gonna be specifically for a black sheep that did not have their parents. Mother and father God is your parent. Okay, your parents could be in the spiritual realm. Um, you have something about wings and eating chicken. Make a Wish Foundation. Okay, so Make a Wish Foundation. There's the connection, you guys. Make a Wish Foundation. Make a Wish Foundation. Them in need of support. And where's this other card? Women and children. I'm trying to get it. And disguised. Okay, so if somebody actually got away with working within an industry and didn't even have a GED, a high school diploma, you are seeing people that was actually working in these certain fields that didn't even have a GED or high school diploma. They had fake certificates, fake documents, and everything to get these type of positions because this is the level. This is the level of spiritual warfare. This is how important our soul is. Okay, this is just how important our soul is. Somebody was supposed to assist, not resist change, not resist what could be going on. Um, something about a park near a high school. I guess Salvation Army. And this could be somebody's actually thoughts. Somebody's really beginning to think that they the crazy one because either way, they seeing what's going on around them. Okay, that is the deception that's being used. You are not the crazy one because all of this is going on around you. This is calling you to go within. Allah doesn't, it says Allah, okay, which is your arm, leg, your arm, your head, your whole body, the wholeness of you, your mental. This fly is getting on my nerves. Something about worshiping these false deities, these different females that are worshiping Ishtar or Venus, different planets. Um, yeah, like I don't know, those that have been using theft when it comes to algorithm, using algorithm fraud, something about frauds with algorithm. Okay, this is also still in the essence, the soul, your life force, your energy, your creativity, your intelligence, um, what's within you. These people, there's an investigation out here. Something about patents. And I keep getting Saturn, so obviously this is what some of these people really are under. Spiritual order. So there's some spiritual order that's coming. Something about date of births, your birth date. Somebody could have actually changed the birth date or changing different birth certificates, whoever this is. Okay. This disguised. There's somebody that works as a nurse or someone that works around children. So stolen souls, let's go. Didn't I say the algorithm? Okay, so these people that are actually paying for their subscribers, I don't know if you actually have a channel, if you ask this question, but yes, there is some type of fraud going on with the algorithm. People paying for subscribers, sharing subscribers. This is also a form of illusion to keep you off track of what you're supposed to be doing. That's why it's not good to worry about who's getting what numbers or who has what subscribers, because as long as you are doing what you're supposed to do and you are reaching, you're going to reach who you're supposed to reach. It's just all it is to it. A lot of us are simply here to reach who we're supposed to reach. I'd rather have my numbers reflect real, you know, real people than bots and false digits. Okay, so I don't know if somebody really needed to know that during this reading, but this is about souls. Okay, this is about saving souls, keeping souls from experiencing a certain level of spiritual warfare. Okay, also protecting them from energy vampires, also eliminating this word. Okay, there is no way that certain people should come to this point to where they do not even want to be involved in experiencing the glory of God or experiencing what life is really supposed to be, because they get pushed by people that surround them. They get pushed by those that think they higher up. They get pushed by people that are inside of these certain industries that don't want to promote truth, teach truth, okay, and also target those that are out here simply to make sure that people awaken to what's really going on with these energy vampires. Yeah, it's a fucking ashy Tubi movie. This is just what it is. So you can't help, so don't hurt. If you can't help certain situations, then don't hurt people, okay? Some about these case files of certain genetic engineering and genes and DNA, things that people have been doing, okay? There are case files having to do with that. It's also a shrink out here that's shrinking. And I had talked about it too, because it's like these certain, mentalists or therapists or psychologists that, promote, mental health. But some of these people are actually trained in hypnosis, okay? So actually forgetting about what you've experienced is not healing. And as hard as it is, there are people that actually have the power and the gift of healing and don't need that level of therapy or psychologists, because some of these people are into mind tricks, mind games, and they do use certain tactics to keep people in a lower state or sunken place, or under some type of control. So you have yes, it's good to feel love in your heart. Um, you are responsible for the love that you have within your heart. Sharing your truth is also a form of sharing the gospel, because once you start to speak about what it is that you've actually gotten through or experienced or was delivered from, or you received some type of liberation or something, that is also the gospel, because it's the truth. And it's something that God did within your life, and He's going to use your words, your testimony, your tongue to speak life into somebody else. Okay, so yes, it is your responsibility to accept a certain love, a level of love in your heart by sharing your truth. Okay, so we got people easily forget. Let's see, rise and shine. Okay, so maybe something about important about getting up in the morning when you beginning your day. Speak your affirmations of I am. Okay, you can't get up and be like, yeah, I am, the crazy one. I'm experiencing this level of awakening and no one understands and I have nobody. Start speaking grace, life, um, victory, redemption, peace, happiness, prosperity, and things over your life. As hard as it can seem, you guys, it is possible. Okay, so you got some of the agencies and institutions on our land are built from stolen money, lies of illegal uses of law. Something about the Jews. Increase your frequency. Um, something about wave shifting. The ancient source of Egyptians, and I keep getting this like the ancient knowledge of, um, you know, whoever you connected to. Not all of us are children of, you know, of certain lands, but some of us come from very strong lineages. You have harmony, peace, love, light, unity, free. I'm just gonna say free because we like to say if it's freedom, then you dumb for thinking you free. But we're just gonna say unity, free, peace, hope, joy, grace, truth, connectedness, mercy, forgiveness. Amen, amen, amen. Um, something about Uno reverse cards. Something about some spell work or some spells that's been casted. Okay, so we got Uno spell reverse card. So let's see what else we got. Yeah, the secretly doing this testing and you know the use of things that they've been doing. People under fire. Also, certain people that could be working like in rent offices, landlords, different people that was given certain things um, to do, like set up video cameras and different footage. Some people's even given money to set up footage cameras in certain people's homes. Um, yeah, something about somebody could be impersonating authority. Like I said, you got somebody that's disguised as like they working in the medical field. Then you have somebody that's impersonating like an officer or something like that. So y'all just be mindful of certain people. Somebody could even be getting caught up with switching somebody's prescription. See what I'm saying? Somebody's doing something like switching prescriptions. Um, yeah. So let's see what else we got. Stolen souls. Yeah, you got extra galactic all tomorrows. Any planet, possible space, highly religious, a motive without love. So what's the motive for? Because we see what the motive is for some of these people. Is to cause some type of insane sickness. Okay, so this is what we're going back to in the beginning. When you experience this type of level, you'll be like, what? This cannot be life. This is not real. No, this person didn't do this. This person couldn't have did this. This person loves me. Oh, this is my ace. This is my boom. This is my homie. This is my boo. You know what I'm saying? Then when something happened, it's like things will happen to continually until you like, okay, this person is not good for me. These are the lessons that we learning on this planet Earth. It's just what it is. Something also too about somebody working at a blood bank or blood donor. Didn't I get a vampire energy? Okay, so something about donating blood and how important your DNA and donating blood is. I would say refrain from this. And this is another way that people will, cause you to do something because they'll make it seem like, hey, you don't have no money. Won't you go donate some blood? Okay, don't even know you donate to a whole damn vampire. Some of these people are getting caught up for what they've been doing. It's just all it is to it. You got Jacob and Issue, your birthright, being tricked for food. See what I'm saying? Tricked out of basically your birthright, um, your ownership of land, your spiritual gifts, your inheritance, simply because maybe you may have needed, a place to eat or retreat. Okay, when they actually ushered in taxes and different things like that on the land, um, it also caused you to feel like you had to play a part in this game. You don't. You could be regal, okay? Come from excellence for real, a long line. So there's a long line of undoings that's actually coming apart um, due to deliberate, stubborn, and slow people that didn't want to communicate. They was inspired by something other than what they should have been inspired about. And that's crazy because Deep South came out again. So this is a lot of warfare that people could be going through in the Deep South with this woman and children targeting, with actually going through some type of psychological warfare, whether it's game stalking, hacking devices, food poisoning, environmental issues, different things that you could be experiencing in the Deep South because of what our ancestors went through. And this time around, it's not going to work. We're in our cash crops. So you got Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Texas, Florida, Tennessee, Arkansas, Indiana, Kentucky. Detoxing. Have patience with yourself when you're going through certain levels of this spiritual warfare. Okay. Even have patience when you're going through, working or trying to, something about you getting some rest and having patience with yourself. Yeah, keep your head strong. This is also you getting this certain level of knowledge, transmuting negative energy into positive energy. Um, Remembering a mission that you are actually on right now, currently. Something about somebody's car running hot. Something about a hot car. Yeah, you keep getting this karma coming to the rent office. Um, what is it like? Somebody could be clairaudient. You could actually be hearing certain conversations. The people that are not near you or close to you. Yeah, it's people that they under judgment. If they creating false evidence, if they have did things to do something against you, mind, body, and soul, it's just what it is. This battle is real. You being told the gifts that you do have, use them for justice, truth, and healing. Okay, a lot of people receive certain gifts by using someone else's energy or taking somebody else out. But this is what your abundance is. This is what I mean when I say it is my job. Okay? Okay.